in the sky that people can see. Pyramids, desert, what can it be? Folklore and magic, is everything true? Nicko, he is curious too.
Nicko is curious.
Come on!
Hello, and welcome back to Nicko Curious, episode 2. Oh yeah. So, who is Nicko then? Who is this guy popping up on your YouTube feed? Well, I'm a 50-year-old dude who's still as curious as a kid who just found a flashlight and decided to explore the entire universe with it. Or at least the walk-in closet at mom and dad's place. When I was little. I always felt there's something more out there, outside the walk-in closet, that is. Something in the sky, something in the dark, something that can't really be explained by a school teacher or scientist waving with a pointer stick. And I've seen things myself, lights in the sky, moving like they have 3 Red Bulls and completely forgotten about the laws of gravity and physics. And I have felt and still feel a quiet presence of those who are not longer here. Loved ones who seems to keep a steady hand over me, watching gently from somewhere I can't name. I talk to them sometimes as if they never left, asking for help, for guidance, for a little strength. And now and then things happen, good things, actually. It happens a lot. Can it really be a coincidence? As that often? And no, I'm not crazy, I'm just curious, of course, with an open mind. And hopefully you're a little curious too, since you clicked in on this channel. Or maybe you clicked on the wrong link. But now you're here, so you might as well stay, so it's only a few minutes you're sacrificing, right? So, what is Nicko Curious? Well, it's a series where I talk about anything I find exciting and want to share. UFOs, yes, I say UFO, not No. The paranormal, the spirits around us, foods, music, movies, TV shows. Yeah, it's a wild mix, like a buffet when you don't know really what you're getting, but you grab a plate anyway because it looks good and tasty. I will also recommend podcasts, of course. This isn't a channel where I tell you how the world is. It's a channel where I, with you, explore how the world might be or become or something like that. And it's for you who's curious and not narrow-minded, because I believe curiosity is a superpower, and I think many of us feel there's more between heaven and earth than we learned in school. So in this second episode, I thought we'd go something light, nothing big, just as has humanity been guided by 4 to 5 species throughout the history. Oh yeah, we're starting off a bit strong in this episode. Well, for me it all began when I watched parts of the citizens hearing on the UFO disclosure from 2013, organized by Stephen Bassett, one of the world's loudest UFO activists. If you want to know more, there's going to be a link in the description. When I heard Paul Hellyers, Canada's former Minister of Defense, speak out at the UFO disclosure event, he said that 4 to 5 species have visited Earth for thousands of years. That's when I start seeing a pattern. A pattern that shows up in our languages, in our religions, in how humans look, in Vikings' belief, etc. And the fact is that almost every culture is waiting for someone to return from the sky, from above. That's the pattern I want to explore today. So buckle up, grab a cup of coffee. I will. Or pour something else if you have that style or taste. So here we go. This is Nicko Curious.
Nicko, he is curious too. Come on!
Here we're back, yes. So, where do we begin? Let's start with Paul Hellyers. Yeah, for those who don't know him, he was Canada's Minister of Defense between 1963 to 67, I think. He held several positions within the Canadian government, not some guy in the basement wearing a tinfoil hat, talking to his cat about space lizards. No, this was a man with security clearance, responsibility and access to information most people never see. And he claimed openly that 4 to 5 species have visited Earth for thousands of years. He spoke out about the Nordic blondes, short greys, and other groups that, according to him, have been present far longer than our history books would ever admit. And when I heard that, I thought, why just 4 to 5? Why not 20? Why not 200? It's like there's a pattern there. A pattern that repeats throughout human history. I immediately thought about us humans. Let's not call them us races, but rather how our looks and cultures develop in different parts of the world. And when you look at it, there are actually 4 to 5 major origin regions where our features evolved. We have Africa, the oldest and most fairly diverse group. Then we have Europe, West Asia, lighter skin tones, adaptation to less sunlight. And we have East Asia characteristics, eye shapes, hair types. And South Asia, a unique genetic cluster with a distinct look. And of course, Australia and that side of the planet, home to Aboriginal and Melanesian people, whose genetic lineages are among the oldest and most distinct on Earth. And then America, well, people say the scientists or history knowledge people say that people migrated from Siberia roughly 15 to 20,000 years ago, apparently. But hey, who really knows, right? And if we look at our languages, today we have around 7 to 8,000 languages on our planet. But when linguists trace them back, they find something strange. All these thousands of languages seems to come from 4, 5 or even 6 original language family or roots, if you may. It's like humanity languages started as 4-6 big rivers and then split into thousands of small streams, or delta, if you want to call it that. You have Germanic languages, Romance languages, Slavic languages, etc. All just branches of the same old trees. What's a linguist? Well, a linguist is basically a language detective. Someone who wonders why we say hello instead of blab, and why children pick up languages so quickly, and why some languages sounds like someone dropped a box of pottery on the floor. And it gets even stranger with religion. Researchers find the same pattern there too. Almost all world's religions can be traced back to 4 to 5 original traditions. It's like humanity's belief system also started from a few roots and then grew into thousands of directions. And again, I thought 4 to 5, maybe 6 original religions or traditions. And almost all religions have something in common. They're waiting for someone to return from above. It reminds me of Anunnaki, the myth. The idea that they might someday come back to Earth. But we'll save that for another episode. And then we have the Vikings, my own ancestors up here in the north. Their belief system, Norse mythology, is unique. It's a branch of... it isn't unique, I would say. It's a branch of a much older Indo-European tradition. You have Odin, Thor, Freya, or as like we call them here in Scandinavia, Oden, Thor och Freja. It sounds more powerful when you say it in Swedish. They're cousins of Zeus, Jupiter, and the Celtic gods, all from the same root. And the Vikings believe in something fascinating: the world tree Yggdrasil, a tree with many branches connecting 9 worlds, including Asgard, Midgard, and the underworld. It's almost like the Vikings already understood that the world is built from a few roots spreading outwards. And the Vikings were waiting for Balder to return after Ragnarök. And speaking of the underworld, there's those rumors about their inner earth. Maybe the Vikings had something in the mythology pointing to that. Who knows? It's as if humanity carries a memory that someone promised to return. And I thought, if Hellyer was right, maybe this isn't just religion, culture, etc. Maybe it's an ancient echo. So, here's my theory. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's interesting, right? I believe humanity hasn't walked through history alone. I believe that 4 to 5 intelligent group, species, civilizations, guides, whatever you want to call them, may have influenced us. Not controlled us, not ruled us, but they guided us, and maybe still do as we speak. Who knows? Maybe someone somewhere is guiding me at this very moment to tell you this story right now on this channel. And the memory of them lives on in our languages, in our religion, in our myth, and that feeling many of us get when we look up to the sky, that we belong up there, right? The feeling that someone might come back, whatever you're religious or not. So that was the 2nd episode of Nicko Curious. Huh? You like it? Stay tuned for the 3rd episode. I will post an episode on Fridays. One Friday is going to be a Swedish episode on my other channel, and next Friday after that is going to be English episode here on this channel, and so on. So I go, you know. So we did gently and calmly by trying this, understand this entire origin of humanity with a few theories. So subscribe to the channel, or channels. I have this Swedish channel. If you can get the English subtitles on YouTube, you have this auto translate, I think. So, and give me a thumb up. That would be awesome. And keep an eye out for the next episode. Thanks for watching, and maybe you felt the spark of curiosity as well. And as long as we have mysteries and coffee pouring in our mugs, we have Nicko Curious. So stay tuned for next episode. And don't forget, curiosity is not a burden, it's a superpower. Goodbye.
Looking for answers is a long, long hunt, and today we all are happy, I hope. History shows us what people could do. What Nicko says